Hello and welcome. In our last video lecture, we have studied about C++ classes and objects. We have learned how to create a class, how to create an object of class, and how to even create multiple objects of the class. In this video lecture, we are going to understand class methods. So methods are basically the functions that belongs to the class. Okay, we have discussed about attributes and methods, right? So attributes we have already covered in case of previous examples in the previous video. So method is nothing but it is a we can say that functions that belongs to the class. Okay, now if we are talking about functions, then the functions which belong to a class, they could be defined in two ways. Of defining. First one is inside class definition, and other is outside class definition. Now it is very important to understand that in case of functions, when we have studied in procedural programming or C language, that time also I told you that function has three main things: function name, and then function initialization, and then function definition. So what we are talking here about, we are talking here that definitely the function declaration part, right? Declaration part will be definitely done within the class boundary. Only you can define that what this function is going to do either inside the class definition itself or outside the class definition. Okay, and when we define a function inside the class, we can write all the code which belongs to that method or function, and after creating the object of the class, then we can access the attributes, as we have done in previous example, attributes using dot, right, using dot syntax. And we can also utilize the methods with the dot symbol in case of when we have already defined or the class definition, the method definition inside the class. Let us take the example rather than talking in terms of a theoretical perspective. Let us do first by writing over here that suppose I have a class. Let's say the class name is Soumya, and definitely, as we have already done, let's say the specifier is public. And now rather than writing the attribute part, because we are more focused towards the method part, so let's say this class have my method. This class has one of the method, which is my method. Now inside the method boundary, when I write the method, the method will start something will be written over here. That is the definition of method. Okay, and after that we will be ending. If there are some more attributes, we can write over here, and then we end the class. Okay, now this is the method or function defined inside the class. And suppose if my method is nothing but to print something, so I'll write simply cout, and I want to display hello Soumya. Okay, this will be the definition. Now up till now what we have done, we have only declared the class. Inside the class we have one method, and inside the method the definition is whenever this method is called, its purpose is to display hello Soumya. Okay, so in my main code I will be writing, I'm just writing from the main part, and in the main code what is required, first it is required to declare the object. So my class name was Soumya, so I'll write class name, and then I have to, let's say object 1, this is my object. Now I can call object 1 dot my method, which I have written there, my method. Okay, and we used to write return 0 as because this function is not returning anything. So here what is happening, this line is we are creating the object, right? Creating object of class Soumya. And in this line what we are doing here, we are calling method. We are calling a method which is defined inside the class. So we can simply utilize the dot operator to anytime call that method in the main program. Now let us talk about when we have the outside definition, how it will be done. Now, so to define a function outside the class definition, definitely we have to declare it inside the class and then define it outside the class. Now this is done by specifying the name of class, and then we will be using a scope resolution operator, double colon we call it, followed by the name of function when we are declaring, when we are defining the method outside the class boundary. So let us see that what type of syntax would be here. Again I'm going to use the same, let's say class is again Soumya, and inside the class my access specifier is public. Please remember these are colon, not semicolon. Okay, these are colons. And then we had void my method, fine, and this was my method. Now the differentiation which is available here, as you can see, what we have done in previous case. In previous case we didn't finish the boundary of the method itself, we have written the code here. In this position we have written the code to be executed when this method is called here inside the class boundary. Class is finishing over here, at this point the class is finishing. Okay, at this point class is finishing, and we have declared what defined whatever is required. Now whereas in this case what we are doing, while defining the class we are just declaring the function or method name. We have said that that I'm going to have one method in my class with the name my method. Okay, so this is only declaration part, right? And then in my main I would like to call this, right? But before calling into my main, there should be some definition of the method or function which we have declared inside. So we can simply write void. Now you have to remember, you have to write the name of the class. My name of the class is Soumya here, and then we will be using scope resolution operator. So we will be having this is single colon, and we will be having this double colon. This is called as scope resolution operator. And then I will write my method name. Okay, now how it will understand? It will understand because we have already declared the method name inside the class. So we are defining the method outside the class by writing the name of the class and using scope resolution operator. And then now we have to put some braces to define that what this method should do whenever it is called, what should be done. So I'm simply writing the same thing which we have done. Let's just see out, and we have this hello Soumya I have written in last one, right? Now again we have made a class available, we have declared the method inside the class, we have defined the body of the method outside the class. Now in order to call it, we need to come back to our main thing, which is our main code. Okay, main source code. Now inside the main, again I have to write what is my class name, and then I will write, let's say, object1, and this is my object creation, and obj1 dot, this calling will remain same irrespective of whether the method is defined inside the class or only declared inside the class. The definition is done outside the class. Okay, and we write return 0, and then it has. So what I'm expecting is, if we write a code that I will be showing you, and one time we will be writing the method inside the class, and another time we will be writing the method outside the class to make understand the scope resolution operator, and we are expecting the output to be exactly same, because all other apart from defining inside and outside, we will be keeping that same. Now as you can see on the screen, this is the first method in which we have defined the method inside the class. Okay, as you can see, this inside the class boundary we have defined the method or the function. Okay, now the objective is that whenever I call this method from the main, it will look into the class boundary that what was written inside the definition of the method, and then it will be executed. So we wanted to print hello Soumya, it is done. Whereas in case of our second thing, I have already written the code. We have only declared the method name, which is my method, and by putting a semicolon we are ending the boundary over here, that we only declaring it. So we inside the class we have only declared, outside the class the definition of that particular method is done. So for defining, as I said, we will be using the class name, which is Soumya, and then scope resolution operator, which is double colon, and then method name, and inside that we want to define that what this method should do. actual code will be written here. Now in the main program, as earlier we have done, same, we'll create the object of the class, and the object with the dot operator can directly call the method of class. Okay, so we are again getting the same output by executing it. This is when we have either the definition inside the class or outside. We can also have parameters in our methods, right? Like if suppose I create a method, let's say for a class of car, and if I create a method of speed of the car, and that what is my maximum speed of the car, then we can always either define or inside or outside the boundary, and we can call, once we will be calling the method, because it takes certain you can say parameters, either that parameter should be provided or we have to call the method by passing the argument. Okay, so in this video, what I believe that as an assignment, you have to create one class in which you have to create a method. It is depending upon your choice whether you want to define inside the class boundary or outside the class boundary. I want you to write a method which takes arguments, that means which is parameterized. Okay, that's all for today's assignment. Thank you for watching.